So we are 2 minutes away from our burn. We're going to do the obligatory F5 to quick save. We are going to fast forward. This is going to be like a 1-second burn. And we're going to do it all in map mode, which I know is the best way to watch this game. But I have to see what the orbit's doing. So I think we'll just go right down to the wire here. No reason not to. I think this is close enough to the wire. We're just doing this burn very lightly. And that right there is what I call perfect. I am not going to do anything else. We are going around the wrong way. And we can fix that by burning in a direction. And here's where you ask me what that direction might be. And I tell you I have no freaking clue. So let's set that up. Let's see what happens if we burn. We want to burn probably away towards the sun. Away from the sun? Probably not even 1. Yeah, that's too much. 0.1. Yeah, that's the other way. So we want to go this way. Less than 2 decimeters per second. So let's roll ourselves around. Whoa, right there. Not that it really matters. Let's go ahead and delete this node. We don't need it. Because really, when it comes down to it, we're going to be landing on Ike. We might even just come in for a straight smack in the face landing. But let's go. That right there is pretty much perfect. We also want to go a little bit north because we're right at the ascending node right now. We might as well, or descending node, I guess. We might as well block the sun. There we go. And now we gotta go radially again, which is up here. Whoa. Although I think we wanted to go away from the sun, didn't we? Yeah, we want to go away from the sun. Or toward, I don't know what we're doing. Towards the sun. Yeah, minus is towards the sun. There we go. And that periapsis, as long as it's above 13.5, which it is perfectly good. Okay, our next goal here, the next thing we need to do, other than do this, and I think we're not going to come in for a straight crash landing because we're going to get into orbit so we can land on the sunny side of the street over here. So, but the next thing that we care about is getting into Duna Sphere of Influence. So we're going to speed up time until that happens, and I'm not going to make you watch this. I will be back when I have it. Okay, well, we had a slight problem here. It's a solvable problem, but I should have hit F5 first. Our encounter sucks now. So I'm going to delete this maneuver node. I'm going to spend even more fuel. This time I need to come radially towards Duna. Or radially away from Duna. Whatever. To get my orbit back into Ike, because I entered Ike's Sphere of Influence, and Kerpollo Alarm Clock just didn't bother slowing me down. Which is awesome. Okay, what is this? This is 35. We can get it down to, say, 20-ish. There we go. That's 20-ish. Okay, that's the last I'm going to ever spend. Okay, but now we can do science. Are you excited? Let's go ahead and bring this guy up. Let's close the alarm clock for the time being. We can do yeah, I don't want to do them here. We're going to do this mystery goo and this material bay. We're going to keep both of those. We're going to do a crew report and keep it. And then we're going to do an EVA report. We're going to keep it, and then we're going to grab that crew report. And get back in, and now he has this, and we're gonna save these until we're near Ike, because time is of the issue when you're near Ike, but it's not that big of a deal. And apparently we lost our conics, which is kind of weird. But what are you gonna do? If I add a maneuver node here and I change my conics mode back to 0 from the 0 it was. Okay. Actually, I'll just delete this now. Yeah, so now I don't know how we're coming in here. We're coming in this way. And then we're going to hit Ike right here. And then... yeah, I guess this is hitting Ike, and then we're going to be around here, and then it's going to come out here, and then keep going. So I don't trust Kerpollo Alarm Clock to stop me, especially because it shows this orbit going all the way over here, which doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to watch this a little bit closely. Because I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, it looks like we are going to hit this thing right here. Let's see what the alarm clock says is going to happen. It says it's in 37 minutes, which seems like a reasonable amount of time. I know that at 50 times, you never get screwed up. So, as soon as we do this, doink. Yeah, now it stops it. Close the alarm and unpause, and boom! Now we're in Ike's sphere of influence. Okay, now... oh, we have more science to do. Okay, let's do our... actually, let's do these manually. Mystery Goo. And Materials Bay. Keep it and keep it. Now do our crew report. Keep it. And our EVA report. And, oh, we've got another EVA report to do this way. Now, Waffles is going to actually collect this science. Collect the data, yes. Collect the data, yes. Collect the data, yes. And collect the data, yes. Take all the data out of here so we know we have it. And there's no data on this guy. I don't think there's any data on these guys. I never ran these because they've always been everywhere. Yeah, so go ahead and grab onto that. Get on in. There is no science to be done. We can, though. We are in orbit around Ike. There's Ike. We can face ourselves... I think like this. So we are facing so as if we're going out. And then we're going to kick these things which have nothing in them that is of any use whatsoever. I'm right-clicking each one of these just to make sure. And then make sure my staging is right. I'm going to hit F5 anyway, just in case. And bam! Now we have kicked those towards the planet. So in theory... no, they're not going to hit the... or they are going to hit the... no, they're not going to hit the planet. They're closer to the planet, but they're not close enough. So, oh well. I don't care. Okay. So now we have our high over Ike science. Now we need to slow ourselves down to get into an orbit and get our low over Ike science. This is going to cost us about a grand-ish of Delta V just to get into this orbit. And I'm going to actually do it, although we are on the sunny side of the street and we're on the sunny side of Ike. We're on the... not only are we on the sunny side of Ike, we are on the Duna side of Ike. I am seriously considering just doing this and landing somewhere around here. Or maybe even doing it a little bit farther up like this. That'll be 841. That's not very expensive. And then here, it'll cost us probably what? 200, 300? Node 2 is going to be 345. So we're going to waste a little bit more fuel landing, but we do have extra fuel in the last stage. I kind of put a little bit more in the last stage than I needed. So yeah, I think we're going to do this. This will be fun. We are going to land right on the Duna side, on the sunny side. That is going to be the plan. So let's go ahead and enact this plan by fast-forwarding our way into a very low orbit here. Close this alarm. We don't care about the debris leaving, so I'm just going to delete these maneuver nodes, or these alarms. We've got a 2-minute and 17-second burn in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. That sounds like an F5-able amount of numbers. But let's go down to about a minute before. Doesn't really matter when we do this as long as it stops us. Oh, and look at that, more science. This time we can just hit whatever we want. So let's do temperature scan, mystery goo, materials bay, crew report. Keep, 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 keep. And I'm surprised there's no EVA report. I'm actually going to hop out and do one. EVA report, keep it. This thing doesn't always tell you when you're doing something. Okay, we are almost a minute away from periapsis. I think I'm going to do the burn when we're a minute away. We should probably get our landing gear down. And we don't need this maneuver node anymore. We're just gonna get ourselves a nice landing, probably somewhere in this white area. I kind of like that idea. So we're just burning retrograde until we do that. It's going to be about a 4-minute burn. There go my spent sages. Too bad they didn't go down. That would have been cool if they had actually gotten knocked down into the planet itself. But what are you going to do? We're sadly 25 kilometers off the ground, and they're only probably 5 or 6 kilometers below us because they're ahead of us as well. But that's okay. What can you do? We're slowing ourselves down. We still got fuel in this stage, so we have yet to waste any fuel on this part of it, and our orbit is starting to curve around Ike. Looking good, though. I think because I'm limiting myself to doing Jool in one big mission, I'm going to try to push for the Gravioli thing and then do Moon and Minmus next. And then, let's see, what are we doing? I should probably look at this. Oh, we got our orbit. We are officially coming down. I'm going to make this a really shallow come down just so we use the least amount of fuel possible. We got 274 meters per second left in this thing. And if we do that, it's going to be 386. That's not bad at all, really. So yeah, I think 40 seconds of burn is probably about right. And we can't drop these things until we take off anyway because they've got the landing legs on them. But yeah, things are looking good. We need, though, to get out. Now that we're actually in orbit, we need to get out and we need to... Oh wait, seismometer data. There is no data in there. Let's take the thermometer data. Get back in our ship so we can take more thermometer data later. We could actually look at the thermometer. Oh, we never got it before, so let's go ahead and keep that. How far are we from impact? Oh, we're 5 minutes from impact. Go ahead and hop out there. Grab that thermometer data again. I'm sure this is the way NASA would do it. Take the data, get back in. Oh, and we already had that data, so I guess it doesn't matter. I thought maybe it was high and low, but I think temperature data you can only get it low and then on the surface, and then when you're in the atmosphere, of course. So we got a 40-second burn. We are 4 minutes from there. I'm going to hit F5. I'm going to go down to about 30 seconds before impact. Let's go ahead and close this alarm and unpause. We don't care about the maneuver node anymore. We're going to go down to, what did I say? 30 seconds before impact. Yeah, because it's a 40-second burn. So let's go down to 30 seconds before impact. We are trusting our calculations to be right. Impact time 147. You know what? I really like this area right here. So we're going to land here instead of going into that mountain, which is probably a bad idea. Just killing our sideways velocity as much as is possible. Fuel is pretty much out of these stages, so now they're empty husks, which would have probably better served us with fuel in them, but what are you going to do? We are basically at a standstill. Yeah, we can ride this coaster down here. $20 seconds to impact. Let's raise that up to 25. Okay, when we get down to 15 seconds to impact, I'm going to hit the gas again. Get it back up to 20. And when we get down to 10 seconds to impact, I'm going to hit it again to get up to 15. This is just to keep our speed reasonable. And actually, I'm not even going to go up to 15. I'm just going to keep it right around 10 meters per second or so. Every time it gets up to 20, I'll slow it down to 10. It's probably not even going to get that far now. Yeah, because there's our shadow, so... And we are landed! And you'll notice that, and you might have noticed this on Gilly, I'm not getting those science alerts anymore. Or not the science alerts, the achievements anymore. I took those off because I didn't want to get, what's it called? Keep the data. I didn't want to get the science points for them. And I didn't want to look into how to make that not happen. Seismometer data. Look at that. A whole 24 science. Let's keep that. Let's go ahead and log the temperature. See what the temperature on Ike is like. Apparently, we don't have a temperature data from here. Just overwrite the crew report. No, get out. You're supposed to... Okay, get back in. Now take a crew report. Now that you've found paper to write your experiences on. Now let's EVA. Take all the data again. Store the data. Now take your EVA report. Store that data. Store that data. Apparently, oh, we already had the EVA report? Yeah, let's board anyway. Okay, because we don't want that EVA report. Okay, are you ready? So step out on the surface of Ike. Look at that. Let's see what jumping is like here. That's about like the moon, give or take. And it's pretty sweet when it all comes down to it. Okay, go ahead and get a little bit away. Go ahead and take our EVA report from here. Keep that. Let's take a surface sample on the run. And let's plant our flag. Ikepollo. Duna looks pretty. Waffles, I don't know. Who knows what Waffles would actually say. Okay, let's go ahead and get back in our ship here. Actually, let's not get back in our ship. Let's collect our data that we... so valiantly got here. Collect this data. Collect this data. Collect this data. And collect this data. Sweet, he can collect it while he's standing on it. He apparently has longer arms than everybody else in Kerbal history. Oh, I did attach an antenna to this guy, although I don't think I'm going to use it. Oops. He's apparently just as good as everybody else is at getting back in the ship. Okay, now we need to go east, which is up on our map here. And we need to do that the second we drop these things. So I think I'm going to give it a little bit of gas, kick those off, and bring it east. Goodbye, science. Thank you for helping us. Whoa, I'm totally backwards from where I want to be. Whoa, that was, let's say, less than ideal there. Okay, let's get up on the nav ball. And we should be burning basically due east. We're going to get our apoapsis up above 13. I'm going to go up to 15 just to have it at a number here. Make sure we get over these local mountains. Oh, apoapsis. I was looking at the mountain up there, and I didn't notice our apoapsis is at 40, so... Well, I screwed that pooch. Oops, there's apparently data in the thermometer. You didn't do your job there. Let's take this data. There we go. Did you not take the seismometer data? No. Lazy bum. Let's go ahead and do an EVA report just in case. Yeah, he already had one. Okay. Well, we're doing good now. Okay, how far are we from our apoapsis? We're 13 minutes away. I think that's good enough to make a maneuver node here. And we're not going to do craziness with our periapsis. We're just going to get it above the surface because we want to be kind of close to the planet here. 20, that looks good to me. Okay, so let's aim at this. Speed up time, which we can't do very much of because we're too close. But now we're above 10,000, so we can get up to 50 at least. And let's see. It's a 19 meter per second burn, so it's really not that much of a burn. Ooh, burn. Yeah, it's going to take seconds. So let's just go down to right down to 0 hour here. Periapsis is at 20. That's good by me.